Hello everyone, welcome back to my Diecast collector channel. In this video, I'm gonna review my very first 1/6 scale figures. This is the Ultraman made by the Dimension Studios and the Eastern model. So as you can see, yes, here's a logo, and obviously this is made in China. Every figures and robots are made in China. Even diecast card, they're all made in China actually. And this model is based on anime versions, and I have seen this one on the 3.0 as well, and they have three different models, and they have a new one coming out from the 3.0s. I love 3.0 company, and I have all their transformer, and I'm really impressed with their quality and the consistency of the service and everything. So I decided to pre-order one of the 3.0 Ultraman as well. But this is the ready-made version that made by the Dimension Studio. So this is also have a die cast on it. So I thought, okay, I'd like to give it a go and try this company. I have never seen it before, so I decided to give it a go. Anyway, so let's get check out all the things that come with it. So this is what is all come with it actually. So you got quite a few items. So you can see a few pair of fish, and here a few relaxed hand and a few different hands poses. So you can use it for the for any type of poses that you think is suitable. It's fairly easy. You just pull it out, and we just push it back in. They're all based on ball joints, so it's very well, easy to change all these hands. There's no difficulty here whatsoever. It looks like this Ultraman is full of energy-based characters. I think it's just like Iron Man. Ultraman do existed for a long time. I seen the original Ultraman when I was very young, and obviously I don't remember any of it. But at the time the not animation, it was more like a TV series, and it was basically fighting the monsters. And Japanese love that animes, and they love the robots and fighting monsters, and it just their cultural. I think it's just the way they are. So I don't actually have the Netflix myself, so I don't watch Ultraman, but I just love the color contrast with the red and silver, so I have a go with this. And also this is 1/6 scale, and they are only about 130 pounds, so it's really reasonable price, I would say, and they're not expensive. If I go for Hot Toy Ironmans, and they are ridiculously expensive, one figure is gonna cost about £400, and it's crazy. I mean, if it's rare, if it's unique, and some of the Iron Man can go up to over 500 or £600 even. So yeah. Anyway, so I'm not gonna spend that much money on 1/6 scale figures unless I really like it. So yeah, I'm not crazy with the Iron Man collect every single piece of Iron Man suit, and they're all over 85 of them. So if you're gonna collect all of them, you're gonna go bankrupt. So yeah. Anyway, so this is Ultraman we're talking about, no Iron Man. So let's focus on the Ultraman. So yeah, it has some of the beam effects. I mean, this one has no dynamic stand, so which is kind of weird. Most figures come with a dynamic stand because they're mostly fighting in the airs and kind of like flying all the time. So they always come with that kind of stance, but this one doesn't have it. But I'm not really fussed too much about it or worry about it because he's standing on that stand nice and solid, and he's not gonna fall down by any mean. And the joints are stiff, and maybe because it's new, so I don't know. But it's so far he's really looking good. But anyway, so these are the bean effects that come with it. He seems to have so many different bean effects, and you can see, and this is so many of them. It's crazy. And what you have is you got little packs like this. You just click it in, and you remove your hand, and then you just put this inside the hands, and push your hands back, and basically like that, and then you will get this kind of bean effects going on, or maybe something like this. I think I haven't tried this yet myself, so yeah. But you can have all the possibility of posing, and you can have standard blade on the hands, which is go where about here. But the standard one looks really boring, so I'm not gonna bother using these at all. I don't know what this is about. If anybody know what this is, let me know. The instruction is not very clear, not very helpful. I mean, this doesn't mention it anywhere in the instruction. He does come with a couple other dies here. So, oops. These pieces are the one that you replace at the back of his legs. So basically, what it does is like try to looks like an opening effects. So it's like an Iron Man. You can open effects and then you can fly away, and that kind of things. But what I don't understand is why can't they make it, openable joints? But I don't know. And then again, you got these two pieces. I have no idea what this is actually designed for, but the only thing I can think of is something to do with this leg. So that's the closest thing I can see in here. Then again, I don't know why you have these little holes in here. What for? Even if it is that for that leg piece, and why do you only have two pieces? Well, what about the other side? I mean, I don't know what the intention is. It's not very clear here, to be honest, so I don't get it. Anyway, what I really like here is that he has these beam effects. This is ridiculously long and heavy, actually. Look at that. But it's also really cool. What you can do, you can replace with the standard one, and you just play it there. And it has an adjustable blade beam effects that can attach to it. So you just clip it in, and it will just stay there. And yeah, it's fine for now, I think. But you can imagine it's try to hold like this, and then while you pose your figures like this, and then this is very heavy, very long. You can physically impossible for a long time. Eventually, your joints will get loose. All these joints will get loose, and then you're gonna have a problem later on, because once the figure lose the joint, it's a nightmare. And trust me, I have it on a wall machine, and I don't know why the joint on the feet is very loose and it's always fall down, and it's a complete nightmare. So if you have a figure, make sure that the joints are stiff, and the stiffer the better for me. I mean, you can move it slowly. You're not gonna break it because they're mostly die cast, so it's fine. But what the problem is, once the joints are loose and you're gonna not hold some of the position that you want, you can't change all the poses that you want, and it's just gonna go crazy. So be careful with that. So don't put it there for a long term for your pose and stuff, and these will come loose eventually over time. And I really like this one. This will go to the arm, as you can see here on the arm. So I don't know if you can see it if I move the camera up a little bit, so you can see it's on his hand up there. Or you can make a bigger beam effects like this. That will be even cooler. I haven't tried this, but I think it's gonna be cool anyway. So enough me talking. So let's get into the figures. Right, so here we go. Bear with me, guys. This is my first 1/6 scale review on a figure, so I don't have a lot of experience. I don't have all the equipment, light box, and tripods and everything. So I try what I can with my current equipment that I have. It is a die cast here, mainly on the legs, but the legs even then is not that many die casts. I mean, compared to the Iron Man. But of course, Iron Man is gonna be triple the price of this. So I suppose it's fair to have a few die-cast piece in there, but mainly is on the sole. The sole is really cool to touch. This is all the die-cast piece here. They're all ball joints, so you can easily move around. It's not a problem. You can adjust it however way you like. I'm not gonna do too much articulation here because once I put it on the pose that I like, I tend to keep it for a while, and then I change it later on when I get bored with it. And so articulation wise, always the same for all these premium figures, and trust me, they're nothing really that different. So you got you can do a little bit here. I'm gonna show a little bit, so you can see double joints, knee, and you can have all the pieces that you can move around a little bit. So you can see the joints are stiff, which is good. Some part is starting to get loose already a little bit, which I'm starting to get a bit worried. And they said that this back is supposed to be adjustable. You can see that it's supposed to move a little bit. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see a bit more what I'm talking about. See, this one is supposed to move, but it's not a lot of movement here. And this is where it's supposed to come off and this one was supposed to come off, and then you kind of fly away. I think that's the idea, but doesn't seem to have a lot of range of movement. Even if I push it, and this is the maximum I can go. If I go further, I think I'm gonna snap off, so I don't want to go further than that. And the paint work is brilliant in terms of the shiny, glossy red paints in the back, which is really cool. That's what I really like about. But what I don't understand is on the leg, and this is matte effects. I don't know why they put it matte here on this die-cast piece. And ideally, I would like all of these red paint to be glossy, but unfortunately, this is not the case. And also another thing I must mention here, this is the one that people are gonna get confused here. And it claims to have die-cast piece in it. Yes, it is die-cast piece here, but don't think that this whole figure is die-cast. Actually, mostly only on the leg, and there is no die-cast skeleton like a Transformer or Iron Man or even Gundam. These are not, die-cast in any of the top part or the hand. None of it is die-cast here. They're all plastic. And as a result, this is very light figures. However, because the weight is mainly carried on the feet, so it is stable. So when you put it there, as long as you have a correct pose, and it will stay in that shape. I mean, it's not gonna fall down by any means. So it's very easily adjustable, which is really good, really cool. Yeah, so just be careful on that. So you got LED light effects here, which is easy. Oh, sorry, can you see that? And it's in there, 2 LED light on the eye, and 1 on the chest. It has a swappable chest piece as well, which you can see here. This is red, this is blue. All you gotta do is flip the switch, and you can see the red light coming on, and you just replace that easily, just like that. I just keep it as it is on the blue. I'm not really fussed about changing this one around. And in terms of the articulations, I'm not really gonna show too much here. You can turn a little bit, you can bend down, go up and down a little bit, but that's pretty much it really. And you got little clip here to make your range of movement, so you can move around a little bit easier. So yeah, so you can push it back in. If I remove the chest piece, then you're gonna see, and you can see all the arm pieces as well. And you can bend the joint, so it's like that. And then the arms also good. You can have double joint, and you can rotate. So there are quite a lot of articulation if you want to do it. So I mean, like I said, all the premium figures has the same kind of articulation. Nothing really different from one figure to another. Doesn't matter whether you go for Iron Man or Gundams or Transformers or Ultraman, they're all the same thing. Right, so I'm gonna move a little bit. I want to take these out to show you what I'm talking about, because everything is inside here is hollow. So if I pull it out, there you go. Now check this out, folks. This is what you don't know when you see here. See, everything inside is hollow, and they're all plastic. There is no die-cast skeleton here whatsoever. And so is the down here. Not sure you can see clearly if I even take it all off. Inside there, can you see it? Just one plastic stick, pole or whatever you call it, with a ball joint, and that's the only piece that's holding it. And that's why you can move a little bit up and down, and that's about it. Okay, so I hope that this video is informative, and I hope that you've seen what these figures can do and what comes with it. And if you're interested, you can go ahead and buy it. £160 for 1/6 scale figure is not really expensive, I must say. But then again, don't expect to have too much die cast and skeleton and gonna be like premium version of it. And actually, it's not that premium. It is okay, but I will show you what premium is in a Hot Toys and Transformer, and there are a lot more details and a lot more interesting than this Ultraman. But nevertheless, this is not a bad figures. I don't mind about this. I like it. But if you ask me, do I love it? I will say probably not that much. I like it, but I'm not gonna say I love it. So yeah, it's mainly because lack of die cast on the bodies and everywhere else, only on the legs. So yeah, and the price point is reasonable as well, so that's another thing to consider. So if you think that you want to start collecting 1/6 scale figures, and I would say start with this Ultraman. And then if you like it, you enjoy the 1/6 scale models, and you want to go up to the a bit more premium ladder, then go ahead with the Transformer and Iron Mans and so on. So this is a good starting point for the collecting figures for 1/6 scale. So yeah, if you have any question, please do ask, and thanks for watching.